In the shadows of our vibrant city, where life bustles with energy and color, there exists a parallel world, a realm of fragility and silence, where countless creatures wage silent battles for mere survival, often invisible to the hurried gaze of most. Today, with the lens of our camera and the warmth of our hearts, we break through that veil of invisibility and delve into the poignant story of Luna, a little street dog whose young existence hung precariously by a thread, a faint whisper in the whirlwind of urban life. Her gaze, captured in the initial and crucial moments of her rescue, was a crystal-clear mirror of abandonment, a mute yet eloquent testament to the indifference that often blinds our eyes. But even in the depths of that palpable darkness, in the most hidden corner of her small and weary eyes, a tiny yet incredibly tenacious spark of hope clung to life, stubbornly refusing to be extinguished by the cruelty of fate. The sun, a golden star timidly peeking over the rugged horizon of our city, barely beginning to paint the morning sky with soft pastel hues, had just begun its ascent when the call of a compassionate citizen, whose heart felt the silent echo of another's suffering, resonated with urgency on the phones of the dedicated rescue team of Little Paws of Light. Name of your organization, or a fictional group, beacon of hope for the forsaken of our city. Luna lay, a small, trembling, and helpless bundle, curled up under the cold metal belly of a parked car on one of the busiest avenues of the bustling Aranqueth sector. Her body, a fragile skeleton covered by a mantle of dirt and desolation, barely offered signs of life, her breathing almost imperceptible. Malnutrition, a cruel jailer that had imprisoned her in an increasingly weak body, had brought her to the brink of collapse, robbing her of vital energy and the will to fight. Her fur, matted and dull, was a silent map of untreated wounds, a testament to a hostile existence and of voracious parasites that relentlessly fed on her dwindling life force. Fear, dense and palpable as a dark shadow, emanated from each of her involuntary tremors in every instinctive attempt to avoid human contact. An invisible barrier that separated her from possible comfort. Upon arriving at the doors of the Animal Veterinary Clinic, a sanctuary of healing for the vulnerable, the diagnosis confirmed the grim reality that her sad eyes had already silently screamed: severe starvation, an alarming parasitic load that threatened her survival, and multiple superficial lacerations, painful reminders of a life of abandonment and hardship. But the deepest scar, the most lacerating wound that marked her being, was not visible to the naked eye. It was the profound emotional trauma that kept her distant, distrustful, and clinging to a shell of self-protection, built brick by brick with painful experiences. The medical team, with the wisdom that experience grants and the genuine warmth of compassion, drew up a meticulous, comprehensive recovery plan. Urgent intravenous rehydration to combat the extreme dehydration that threatened her life. A gradual and carefully supervised reintroduction to a nutritious diet to awaken her weakened digestive system without causing havoc. And specific and precise medications to eradicate the parasites that were undermining her strength from within. However, they knew in their hearts that medicine alone would not be enough to heal Luna's deep wounds. Patient affection, the building of an unbreakable bond of trust based on safety and respect, and the constant demonstration of unconditional love would be the fundamental pillars to heal the invisible wounds that abandonment and possible mistreatment had inflicted on her fragile soul. The first days were an arduous test of endurance, both for little Luna and her dedicated and persevering caregivers. Every attempt at approach, every hand extended with the sincere intention of offering comfort and security, met with a body as tense as a violin string about to break, and a fleeting gaze full of fear and deep distrust. Fear was her makeshift armor, distrust her only instinctive defense against a world that had taught her to expect only pain and desolation. But with each gentle offering of nutritious food, presented with patience and delicacy, with each whispered word of kindness and reassurance, a tiny spark of hope began to flicker timidly in her dark eyes like a firefly in the night. Slowly, almost imperceptibly, Luna began to understand that these hands, unlike those that had perhaps ignored or even hurt her in her uncertain and painful past, now offered her security, warmth, and a safe haven from the harshness of the outside world. Small gestures such as lifting her little head when she heard the soft and loving sound of her newly given name, or a slight, almost imperceptible wag of her thin tail when she felt a gentle and patient caress on her back, became significant milestones, small victories that filled the hearts of the rescue team with renewed hope. The silent and profound connection that was forged between Luna and her guardian angels, those human beings who offered her a second chance at life, was the silent but incredibly powerful engine of her astonishing transformation. Dedicated volunteers spent countless hours sitting on the floor beside her, speaking to her softly, offering her their quiet and constant presence, allowing Luna to set her own pace on the long and arduous road to physical and emotional recovery. Slowly, fear began to give way to cautious curiosity and distrust, gradually dissolved in the warmth of patient caresses and reassuring whispers that told her she was no longer alone. Luna learned to timidly lick the hand that offered her food, to seek eye contact for brief moments, as if asking permission to trust fully, to allow herself to cuddle next to a caregiver in search of warmth and security, and even to show a glimmer of joy by playing timidly with a soft toy offered with affection. Her initial shyness, that invisible barrier that kept her away from the world, gradually faded, revealing the sweet and playful personality that had remained hidden beneath layers of trauma and abandonment, patiently waiting for the opportunity to blossom. A resilient spirit, that small flame of life that refused to be extinguished in the darkness, finally began to shine with an increasingly intense light, illuminating her path towards a future full of hope. Today, with hearts filled with joy and a profound sense of wonder, we behold a completely renewed Luna, a creature that has been reborn from the ashes of her painful past. Her fur, which once looked dull, dirty, and lifeless, now shines with a healthy and silky luster, reflecting the love, care, and nutrition she has received in this new chapter of her life. Her eyes, which in the early days reflected terror, confusion, and despair, now radiate contagious joy and a deep gratitude towards those who showed her the way back to the light. Her tail, which previously remained still out of fear and distrust, is now a constant metronome of happiness, wagging to the rhythm of every gentle caress, every enthusiastic game, and every display of unconditional affection. Thanks to the unconditional love, infinite patience, and tireless dedication of the little paws of light, Team Luna has not only survived the darkness of her past, but has blossomed into a new opportunity for life, ready to write a new chapter filled with love, security, and joy. Her moving and triumphant story is a powerful reminder of the incredible capacity for recovery that resides in every living being, even in those who have suffered the unimaginable. It is an eloquent testament to the transformative impact that a simple helping hand, sincere and constant act of compassion, can have on a wounded heart and a broken soul. Luna's story, although deeply moving and filled with inspiring hope, is just a small glimpse into the vast and often heartbreaking reality faced by thousands of animals every day in our cities and in every corner of our world. Innocent creatures who suffer in silence, victims of abandonment, mistreatment, or indifference, waiting for an opportunity to feel the warmth of a safe home and the unconditionality of a loving hand. If Luna's resilient spirit has touched the deepest fibers of your heart, and you firmly believe in a world where every animal, regardless of their painful past, deserves a second chance to love and be loved, we extend a sincere and passionate invitation to join our mission of hope, rescue, and transformation. Subscribe to Little Paws of Light and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single one of these incredible stories of rescue, rehabilitation, and the life-changing second chances. Each new subscriber is another voice joining our growing chorus of compassion, allowing us to reach a wider audience and raise greater awareness about the urgent importance of animal welfare and the critical need for responsible rescue and adoption. Deeply consider the tangible difference you can make by supporting the valuable animal rescue organizations that work tirelessly in your community, including the dedicated members of Little Paws of Light. Mention your real or fictional organization, so your donation, no matter how small, can make an enormous and tangible difference in the life of a needy animal. Providing nutritious food to fill empty stomachs, vital medical care to heal wounded bodies, and a safe shelter where they can rest, recover, and feel protected, just as our brave Luna finally found. If you are considering the wonderful and rewarding decision to open your home and your heart to a pet, we strongly encourage you to consider responsible adoption. Local shelters are full of wonderful animals, each with their own unique story and an immense love waiting to be poured out on a family who will cherish and value them. By adopting, you are not only saving a precious life, but also enriching your own in profound and unexpected ways, creating an unbreakable bond filled with love and loyalty. Finally, we ask you for a simple but incredibly powerful act. Share Luna's inspiring story on your social networks with your friends, family, and acquaintances. Help us spread her message of hope, resilience, and the importance of animal compassion to inspire others to open their hearts, to take action, and to become an active part of this growing revolution of kindness and empathy towards those who have no voice to ask for help. Together with every act of kindness, we can change the fate of countless vulnerable animals and build a world where every heartbeat, no matter how small and silent, is a heartbeat of hope, a testament to the transformative power of love and the promise of a second chance.